Hey everyone, it's Baze Junkie transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video and well, back with another unboxing video because, well, as the summer is over or seems to be over, we're falling back into old routines and more mail coming in. So we got another envelope coming in from Poland actually. This one, which has been like kind of folded by the post office, pretty thick, pretty heavy. And this came in, of course, well, when I say Poland, I guess most of you know, the GUSTAFF Records label sent me mail again, and this seems to be like a heavy stack of like new releases they got out. So let's go into this quick and dirty, but before I do this, just recapping on the previous video, because I mentioned that record I bought at the Phonozentrum record shop in Leipzig like many years ago, the LDC, Die Schwarze Zone record, and as I remember today, I've done like a vinyl talk video about that specific record like many years ago, and I'm gonna link that in the end card of this video. So if you want to rewatch that and learn a little bit about like early German electronic music in the 90s, like early techno and stuff, watch that video. And for other stuff, of course, have a look down in the description box, because all my social media profiles and stuff are linked down there. But now let's dive into this one quickly, and we got a lot of bubble wrap and a lot of info stuff in there. So well, this has been kind of messed up by the post office, but well, we got a lot of stuff. So let's dive into this one. We got a few release sheets here and a few releases. So well, get those all out. I guess it's 3 or 4. And well, there is stuff. There's a lot of stuff. So we got a festival flyer in Roslaw, which is going on from 2nd to 5th of November. The Roslaw Industrial Festival. Probably not related to what we got here, but a lot of stuff. And we got a flyer from the ant-zen label, and also in combination with GUSTAFF Records. So ant-zen is a label that is really familiar to me because I bought like a lot of their human releases back in the day. But let's have a look at the festival lineup, which is interesting. So if you're in Poland, in Roslaw in early November, we got Deutsch Nepal, which is like a legendary band. We got FM Einheit, which is of course part of the Einstürze Neubauten. Hacke de Picoccio, which is also Alexander Hacke of Einstürze Neubauten with someone in combination. We got Orphex, which some of you might know from the like industrial techno scene, I guess. We got some other names that I'm not familiar with, but we got the Rorschach Garden, which is also a name that's familiar to me, and also Thibaut Sandra from the UK, which I have reviewed, I guess, at some point. So a lot of stuff, and we got more acts in there, but those are just a few that I recognize immediately. Once again, we got this sticker, good stuff from Uncle Gustav, so which is also the guy, or Uncle Gustav is, I don't know who Uncle Gustav is actually, who's Uncle Gustav, but he's the one, I guess, who also runs the Don't Sit On My Vinyl label, which is like the last cut vinyl variation of the GUSTAFF Records label, which releases a lot of like very limited last cut releases, I guess 66 copies, going alongside the like GUSTAFF Records CDs. But let's dive into this. We got 4 releases, 4 release sheets here, starting out with, I guess, one of those, which I gotta spread them out and I gotta have a look at this first. So we got a lot of stuff. So let's start out with this one here, because I recognize the name. So we got Lotto, Axolotl, which is about to be released on 29th of September. As a CD and a limited last cut release in clear vinyl. We got a press sheet here. We got an album here, which looks like this. Of course, axolotls are like very great amphibian creatures which can recreate their bones and like are in their larvae state, I guess, all the time. They never grow up or fully grow up into adulthood, as far as I remember. And a lot of like scientists are very interested in their genetics because they have some properties that seems to stop aging, and they also can kind of regrow their limbs if they are like cut off, which is interesting. So, but what are this? What is this album called Axolotl all about? The band is called Lotto, which is a trio consisting of Lukas Rychlicki, Mike Majakowski, and Pavel Spura, which at least Mike Majakowski is like involved in the Oren Ambachi hybris. Oren Ambachi is an experimental musician I'm kind of familiar with from my days like doing the Nachtschwestern radio show, which was also related to like dark ambient, drone ambient and stuff. So I've heard the name a lot. But also I guess he's doing post rock as well. So kind of like Finnish, I guess. So in that kind of realm. But what we got here on the album, two different materials at the same time. So this seems to be either a split album or we got two albums by them here. We got two albums by Lotto. So which is kind of a strategy to piss off journalists, I guess, which is also kind of mentioned here. Basic track for the album were recorded in end of September 2 years ago, 2021 in Czechia. Recorded with an engineer that is called Adam Soltysic, probably. If I'm butchering the names, you know the score. I don't speak any Polish. And they have like a radical approach. Electronic instruments, no bass guitar or double bass at all. Some electric guitar and drums are processed or replaced by a drum machine. So this seems to be like, well, a kind of anti-record produced by the band. And they also mention here that they came from a tour which was not really working out, and they were like kind of resignating and kind of fucked in a way. So this seems to be a brutal one, probably noisy, probably industrial ambient, whatever. I will find out. This is Lotto's Axolotl album, which I'm probably going to use as a screenshot for the thumbnail here. The next one we got is also by Lotto, which is the exact opposite, I guess. So we got an album by the same band Lotto, which is called Summer. Doesn't look very summery to me, but what sticks out that the CD like cardboard covers are very thick and heavy, way thicker than the last ones, I guess, on the GUSTAFF Records label. We got, this is super thick. I don't know if you can see this. This is kind of double layer quality cardboard thing. So, and we got a very cool, this is summer, this is like a holiday residency or whatever. So yeah, a second album by the band called Lotto, which is called Summer. This will also be released on 29th of September. And this is a performance, I guess, at the Spativ Club in Warsaw, recorded in May 2022. No, this is not the recording, but this concert like spawned the idea for the Summer album. And this was like when they were known for going for the extreme thing. And they did decide to have some radical changes in there. Like, which seems to happen a lot in the band, like in the history. I don't know how long they've been around, but it seems to be they have to be like have been around for a long time. They had like decided to go for simpler music, acoustic drums, double bass, and guitar, and the guitar is the only electric instrument. So this could be a tender post-rock album, probably. So we'll see how this or where this takes us. They recorded this over the course of 2 days, I guess, and Joe Talia has been mixing this, which has been like an Australian guy who has been working with Oren Ambachi and Jim O'Rourke, which is suitable for my like idea of, or like my mentioning of post-rock when it comes to the earlier albums. So here we go, Lotto Summer, second album in this box. The next one is Thollos Gateway 2, to be released on October 13th. And I guess Thollos Gateway has released an album most recently, I guess, on the Gustaff Records label. I don't know, I don't remember exactly when, but this is a name that is relatively fresh, like stuck in my brain also for its like uniqueness kind of, because I don't know what Thollos is, but a gateway to something always means something interesting, I guess. Further explorations into the dark past by Thollos Gateway, the first sentence of the press sheet. And of course, Mr. Alex Ribeiro is involved in here, which also sent me his solo stuff most recently on cassette. So I guess you remember that if you've been watching my channel for quite a while. It's the second volume of the trio here. Colin Marston involved, Vasco Trilla involved, and of course Alex Ribeiro, as mentioned. They also have like guest musicians, Yoshiko Ohara of Bloody Panda and Mick Barr of Kralice and Okrilim. Excuse my Polish or whatever language this is. And this is like extreme experimental immersive music productions, I guess. So and probably really dark. Also looking at this cover artwork, this looks like taken from, or like taken out of a like teaser for a video game, probably Assassin's Creed or something. I'm not big into gaming, but this is one game I do know, and with the dagger in hand and this like dim light and reddish like desert colored vibe, this could be something that goes along this way, but I expect this to be kind of dark ambient or dark guitar music, maybe like drone guitar, drone metal. I don't have any idea, but there's 8 tracks on here, all in that typical like proper medievalish type font, I guess, and the names are pretty dark as well, like Circumference of Ignorance, Parasitic Ambitions, Mortality Incanted, Revenge Spectre, Consciousness Exorcism Seal. So this is going into a dark and mythical direction, I guess. And the final one we got is Not 2 by Fred, to be released on 27th of October. A combination, or like a collaboration between Gustaff Records and ant-zen. So the ant-zen human thing, the legendary industrial label, is a thing I mentioned earlier. And this is the second solo album by Masai Fred, who is supported by Anna Fred, which might be his wife, I guess, or like sister. I'm not too sure. Second album, heavily rhythmic album with a almost song-like structure, though. This could be like rhythm industrial, I guess, although there are like post-punk elements in here and analog futuristic synth melodies, as it's mentioned here. Probably one for the dark-hearted, like creatures of the night, which thrive on industrial dance floors and stuff. The album artwork is very dark as well, but also very clean and kind of futuristic, and also I like this kind of bloodstained vibe on there. We got this inner sleeve, and we got the back, which also features the legendary ant-zen logo, which I wore a lot in my life as like a record bag and also as a hoodie back in the days when I was buying a lot of like breakcore and rhythm industrial stuff to DJ. But well, I never could find those like hoodies again, which were very comfortable, but somehow they have kind of stopped producing these, which is a pity, I guess. So I need more of those, and now I'm going to go into editing mode. These were like 4 albums coming in from the Gustaff Records camp from Poland. Looking forward to review these, of course. Reviews will be popping up on my website, nightstyles.de, link down there, of course, and all other things like BANDCAMP's up there, another video down there to the which links to the LDC, die Schwarze Zone, this old techno record I mentioned, and I will see you in the next one. Another like last cut vinyl unboxing to come very soon over the weekend, I guess. See you later.